Today's discussion will be presented in 3 sections since we are recording it for a radio broadcast on Federal News Radio 1500 AM. You're welcome to post questions and comments during the session, and we'll try to answer them online. I'd like to introduce our moderator, Rob Davies, Executive Vice President of Operations at Vion Corporation.
Hi, I'm here with Ray McCay, Vion's Vice President of Solution Strategy, to talk about cloud. Ray, the term cloud can be confusing and it can be viewed as complicated sometimes. You know, how does Vion take the fog away from the cloud?
You know, it's a great question. In fact, if you open up any magazine, any conversation around cloud, you get so many different definitions. And you know, people will come out and say, well, I just want to move to the cloud, or I want to buy cloud. So it's interesting, with all the dialogue in the industry, that the term is so, used in so many different ways. So what we like to do at Vion is stop talking about cloud and start talking about the business challenge. So we like to take the business challenge and break it into really 5 questions, and that helps our customers understand what cloud will do for them, how to adopt cloud into their business. First question is, where do you want this technology to reside? After all, cloud is just a business model, and it's a way of getting access to technology. The technology hasn't changed. It's still servers, it's still network, it's still storage, it's still the same stuff. We're just now talking about how you get access to it. So the first question is, where do you want this technology to live? Do you want it to live inside your own data center? Or are you out of floor space and you want this technology to live someplace else? So you just ask the question, okay, where do you want the technology? Then another question is it going to be shared or dedicated? Who's going to use it? Because your answer will definitely determine which direction you go in terms of what kind of cloud implementation. Public cloud is a shared infrastructure. Private cloud is a dedicated infrastructure. So you just ask a simple question in business terms. How are you going to use this? How are you going to share it? Dedicated or not? Then the third question is, who operates it? Are you wanting to operate the equipment yourself, the environment yourself, or do you need to outsource that or want somebody else to do it for you? That's the third business question that we like to ask. And then how do you want your ultimate customers to get access to it? We can do this traditionally with system administrators to do it for you, or we can bring in what they call a cloud portal, where the user can then self-provision, get access to what they want when they want it. So again, how do you want to solve that business challenge? And then the last question we like to ask is, how do you want to pay for it? Because you can pay for it in a traditional manner, CapEx, or you could pay for the technology in an OpEx model. And there are even some nuances around how a customer might want to budget or pay for the technology. So start with the business model, understand the business challenge and problem, understand what success looks like, and then you can solve the problem and bring the customer to the cloud they need.
Ray, Vion's got a converged infrastructure solution called Agile Cloud Platform. Can you walk me through the value proposition of the platform and also the offering pay-as-you-go, how we do that, how we build our model?
Sure, absolutely. Well, we selected converged infrastructure as a place to start with our cloud business model because of the advantage that converged has. So what is ACP, Agile Cloud Platform? What we do is we take converged infrastructure, we add to it a cloud software layer, and I'll go through these things, and then we finish it up with a financial business model for how you consume it. So it's a very simple concept, converged infrastructure plus a cloud layer plus a financial business model. So let's look at converged infrastructure and why a customer might want to use it. Traditionally, a customer would bring in servers, networking, storage, try to cobble together an environment for a specific application, and then try to optimize that infrastructure for the right performance characteristics and availability. That takes a lot of time. And you might not even have all the skill sets on board that you want. With the converged infrastructure, what you're getting is a pre-optimized package of infrastructure. It's already been set up for a specific use case. Therefore, it's very fast to deploy it, very fast to turn it on and optimize it for the customer's application. It's very fast time to value. So what those things do also, they eliminate risk, they eliminate project delays, and they allow a much more cost-effective way to acquire and deploy technology. So you start there with a converged infrastructure because it's just a better business model. And then you can tailor it for, again, specific applications, and that's why we will actually choose different technology from, within a vendor's portfolio, so that we can tailor it for the specific business challenge. So we have the choice of technologies that we bring to this. We can use enterprise class infrastructure, or we could use maybe storage tiers that have maybe less performance, but they come in less costly. So as we can then tailor these converged infrastructures specifically for what a customer is trying to solve. And then the cloud software layer. So the cloud software layer we put on the converged infrastructure brings the ability to monitor the infrastructure, the ability to measure who's consuming the infrastructure and create a chargeback mechanism. It allows reporting. It allows the user then to self-provision if they want that, or it allows us to provision the resources to the customers on their behalf. Also, we can set up a self-service catalog where customers can look at what kinds of services are available and they can choose and select on their own. And then finally, the cloud layer allows us to automate, to create optimization of the running environment. So we started with converged infrastructure, very fast time to value. Now we've optimized it and put it into a cloud model. But now the final piece of this is the business layer, how you're going to pay for it, how you're going to consume it. So what we do at Vian is we use an as-a-service billing model. It's all utility-based or consumption-based. Customer will pay for what they consume. That way their costs can match what they're doing in their workload environment. If they're growing, they're paying more. If they're shrinking, they're paying less. Vian likes to focus on mission success. So the other thing we will do is we're more than willing to tailor the financial model to what the specific business need is for a customer. That's going the extra mile. That's what Vian does to make sure that we help our customers achieve what they need. We also have a unique billing option. Traditionally, or more prevalent in the market, if you're in a cloud model, you provision the resource and you pay for what you provisioned. We can do that as well. But Vian goes an extra step, and within what you have provisioned, what you're actually using, we can charge you just for that. So we can give customers an additional financial benefit in order to take on their business challenge. At the end of the day, what Vian wants is customer mission success. That's mission success for us, and that's what we've been doing for 14 years.
Well, thank you, Ray. Really appreciate your time and your insights today on cloud and what Vian has to offer in that space.